Happy Saturday, everybody. Dustin Starr here for the live reaction of episode 251 entitled Fall in Line. Hello, everybody. Dustin Starr, live reaction 251. It's hard to believe that we're already past milestone 250. And now we've got Aaron Roberts and Zay Washington once again doing battle in the main event. And of course, uh, I feel like the war is just beginning between those two as we didn't have a clear cut finish today. So let's talk all about it. What's up, Kevin? How are you? Brianna, what's up, Breezy? How are you? Thanks for joining us here. Hope everybody's having a good holiday season. The kids are upstairs. My lovely Maria is somewhere around here. She might poke her head in here in just a little bit. She always gets a kick out of some of the things that she gets away with saying on the show. Really good show here today. Aaron versus Zay in the big main event. Of course, the big mains and the drama between K Toomer, Big John Dalton, and of course, Big John Dalton's dad, Big Daddy. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And of course, Colton Cage and Eli Knox, they're in a situation where Colton's saying, "Hey, I've beaten you 3 times. If you want another shot, you've got to put something at stake." But what does Colton Cage want from Eli Knox? So I guess we're going to find that out. And then also Sean Aries, the Ember, was absolutely spectacular. Really looking forward to seeing him in the future here on Memphis Wrestling. I'll give you guys just a second to put your questions in the comments there. If there's a particular topic you want to talk about, you could put that in the comments. This is all for you. Let's react to today's episode. And I'll remind you that tomorrow, that Sunday, December 14th, live at the WrestleCenter is one of my favorite events of the year. It's the Grind City Rumble. And this year, we've got the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, coming to Memphis Wrestling. And of course, the hometown Maine returns to his hometown Maine. So you can get your tickets right now, memphiswrestling.tv. I will tell you, there are only a couple of tickets available. And earlier this morning, we had a couple of people that aren't able to make it tomorrow. So those ringside seats have opened up. So if you've gone to the ticket site, memphiswrestling.tv, and you notice that there were no ringside, there are a couple, unless they've sold between the last hour, which they totally could have. All right, so we got that going down. Let me get caught up here. Main event Ben's in the house. David, those chair shots, I know, man, those were killer. Eddie Main is here. I'll see you tomorrow. Jason Freeman, what's up, Jason? Hey, Dustin Starr, how you doing today, my friend? I am doing good. I'm about to head to the Wrestle Center, put some final preps down for tomorrow's big event. I can't wait. Williams in the house. What's going on? There's Bo, Zay Dog walking Aaron at the end with sweet vindication for the Case camp. Well, I'll tell you, Zay Washington with that final knockout blow at the very end is as cheap as it gets, especially with handcuffing Aaron Roberts to the ropes. So this thing has gotten pretty serious. And Aaron Roberts, I don't know if he's going to miss time or what, but we are on the road to the Grind City Rumble, and this happens. Maria says it looks like Zay won, but I'm telling you, the war has just started. Breezy, good and pregnant. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. I've got a 1-year-old running around here, a 5-year-old as well, and I've got a 17-year-old driving around somewhere. Jeffrey Allred's in the house. He says, "Great show as always. Thank you." Here's Eddie Kane, man. He has been on members only for 25 months. That is awesome. Thank you, Eddie Kane, man. He says, "Will Eli Knox be at the meet and greet tomorrow?" Well, let's hope not, because we would love to sell tickets to the meet and greet, not run people away. There's no way you want to meet Eli Knox, anyways. Text too bad. Text too bad. We'll see. Good Brothers will be there. These guys are a lot of fun. I was on Talking Shop the other day with them. And then also Gallows, of course, joined the Grind City Wrestling podcast. You could check that out at Grind City Media. Eli should put his hair on the line. That's the Memphis thing to do. All right. So is that where we're going here? Eli Knox going to put his hair on the line against Colton Cage? I don't know. I just know that Colton Cage said that Eli has to put something on the line, and there's nothing that you have that I want, or is there? So we'll see. Stay tuned. Good point, Keenan. Kennan. David says I was away a while. What happened to the gun show? The gun show is injured. He has a bad neck, but we have been in communication with the gun show, and hopefully very soon here on Memphis Wrestling, we'll have the return of the gun show. So I'm currently working on it. I don't know if that's a return in a wrestling capacity or what that exactly means, but I would love to have the gun show on the program to give us an update straight from the horse's mouth. So stay tuned on that, David. Jason says big drama in Memphis wrestling. Big John Dalton and Kay Toomer and the attacks with the father and Aaron Roberts and Zay Washington are in big fights with each other. Yeah, these tag teams are breaking up. I guess maybe it's the holiday season. Maybe if they break up, then they don't have to buy each other Christmas gifts. I'm totally kidding. Need those ringside, Kevin. Get them, brother. They're there. Send me a text. You got my number. What's up, William? Main event Ben. I sense a no TQ match between Zay and Aaron. No kidding. Big Dan's in the house, and he's at Slaughterhouse. We can't get a tag team match from start to finish without Slaughterhouse coming in looking for the modern day monsters. And I'll tell you right now, King Cobra's not dumb. There's a reason that the modern day monsters aren't on the same show at the same time as Slaughterhouse, trying to keep these guys apart, but I don't think so. I think this thing is boiled over and you got to have them in the ring to settle the score. But after what happened at the Halloween Spooktacular and the Slaughterhouse match, I don't know if King Cobra wants to put them back in the ring together. See you tomorrow, Jason. Can't wait. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Breezy 17. Is Major Curtis James turning heel? Eddie Kane, man. Major Curtis. How funny was that? Oh my gosh, I can't even believe it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was funny, and there's some coming soon, maybe some members only content that we could talk about Major Curtis. But I thought it was funny. Apparently, Major Curtis is recruiting for his platoon. He was at the Memphis Wrestling WrestleCenter. Those are the WrestleCenter trainees. So we'll see what shakes of this thing. But I thought it was entertaining. There's a 2+ minute Major Curtis uncut. I mean, what you saw today was condensed down to about a minute. There's about a 2-minute version that's going to be posted as well. I think that's scheduled for probably Tuesday or so. Big John Dalton and Kate Toomer will tear the house down. What about these two guys at the Grind City Rumble, assuming that Big John Dalton can be there? Kate Toomer and Big John Dalton, a 360 pounder and a 387 pounder in the Grind City Rumble, where the object of the game is to throw your opponent over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor. But who the hell could throw these guys over the top of anything, much less over the top rope to the floor? I see Major Curtis is channeling Damon Wayans' Major Pain. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Robert Dink is in the house. What's up, Dustin? Who do you pick today, Claudio or Takeshka? I would say Claudio. Big Dan, how's Big Daddy? I'm not sure. I know that Big Daddy, of course, he's okay after the attack, but I don't know what the long-term effects are. I think he's got a doctor appointment scheduled. He will be at the Wrestle Center tomorrow. Hopefully he's able to, work that merch table because I know he's a big fan of the Good Brothers and the hometown Maine. So shout out to Big Daddy, by the way. If you guys see him on Facebook or online, give him a holler. What next is Big John Dalton and K Toomer attacks his dad? I don't know, man. How do you come back from that? I hope you have a great Christmas. All wrestling fans. Was glad to see Jerry Lawler. He's always my favorite. The King came home. He's going to be on Christmas with the King. That's coming up next week on Memphis Wrestling. Also, Joe Birch, longtime anchor man for WMC, sat down with an exclusive interview inside the King's home. You're going to see the footage and highlights and stuff on this YouTube channel, but then here in Memphis on WMC Action News 5. You're going to see the full interview, Joe Birch and Jerry the King Lawler. It's going to be awesome talking about Christmas with the King. And he's also going to answer the question of how all this came about from his perspective. So I can't wait. Brian's in the house, says, hey, everybody, great storytelling. Thank you, brother. I agree, Dustin. I hope working out soon. Yeah, I can't wait to see payback from Aaron Roberts. Oh, my goodness. Aaron Roberts cost Zay Washington the Internet Championship. Zay Washington made him pay a dear price today on Memphis Wrestling. So what's next for Aaron Roberts? He was spitting up blood. Aaron Roberts is 400 pounds, going to win in the long run. Too big, too strong, too mean. Zay Washington's going to regret those chair shots. David, I do not disagree with that at all. You better hope you've put Aaron Roberts out, that's for sure, or else he's coming back with a vengeance. Between Big John Dalton and K Toomer, I think K Toomer turns heel. Jason, man, he choked out Big John Dalton's dad. I know the fans are crazy, so they might cheer that. But in my mind, that was very, very uncalled for, very unnecessary. Breezy, we're having a boy. Hopefully, he's a wrestling fan. Well, you know what to do. Bring him to wrestling, and of course, he'll be a wrestling fan, right? That's awesome. A little boy. You got to get him a tag team title. Let's see. I got a there's some belts laying around here that Reese the Beast has. Career versus title. Eli Knox is too young to be putting his career on the line. Robert got the brakes beat off of him. That's right, he did. How about hair versus title between Colton and Eli Knox? What happened to Special Forces Jason? Special Forces Jason, we could talk about him on the members only, but he's no longer here, apparently. Jason Freeman, wow, that's heavyweight K2 or Big John Dalton in the Grind City Rumble. Maybe fight each other again in the ring tomorrow. I can't wait. They will both be in the Grind City Rumble, that's for sure. Do you see Cena win or lose to Gunther tonight? Man, I think he's going to lose. Think he's going to lose, but I also think it's going to be something special. Great episode as always, Dustin. Will Mike Anthony become heel again? And how's the gun show doing? That's from Austin Crafton. Mike Anthony, we haven't seen him since he lost the internet championship. Last time we saw him on Memphis Wrestling, it appeared that he was exiting. He was leaving, and we haven't heard or seen from him since. But Mike Anthony, when and if he returns, some heads are going to roll, that's for sure. And then the gun show, he is battling a neck issue that we are not sure if he's going to come back from. I said it a little bit earlier in the live reaction. I hope to have an update on gun show. Hopefully, we can have gun show at one of these live events on television, telling us, just like we had Jerry Lawler last week, telling us exactly from his own mouth how he was doing. We can ask the gun show that as well. Um, Hit the like button, everybody. Thank you, David. Appreciate that. Slaughterhouse versus Modern Day Monster needs to be settled in a steel cage. Wow. We've discussed the steel cage a lot here on this live reaction and, of course, on members only. So um, I don't know if it's possible. I saw the camera was more focused on the guy with the mop with the mullet. Will Major Curtis recruit him? Good eye there, Eddie Kane, man. You got the janitor on the floor paying more attention than some in the ring. What's up, Glenn? How are you? Got a couple more minutes here on the live reaction. Is scary Aaron Roberts bleeding out of his mouth? Shake my head. I hope Aaron Roberts will get Zay Washing tomorrow at the Wrestle Center. Well, it's Grind City Rumble season, so this is where the scores are usually settled or they're usually continued in a major, major way. And if you guys haven't seen the 2025 Grind City Rumble, I highly recommend going back and watching all of them, to be honest with you. You've had Jordan Grace enter the ring. Gosh, you've had Thunder Rosa into the ring. You've had them square off against each other. Eugene has been in the Grind City Rumble. Joe Hendry, Top Dollar, AJ Francis. It's just, I love it. I think it's just it reminds me of the Royal Rumble and I was watching as a kid. So hopefully you guys enjoy the 2026 Grind City Rumble. Zay versus Aaron in 2026. Trolling the Troller says South Memphis hype man should come do the Wrestle Center and do one of his vibe checks with the crowd. I would love that. Are you kidding me? We had famous Amos come out as Uncle Elroy just a couple of weeks ago. Check that out. But I would love it. Hit up the South Memphis hype man for me. Hey, Dustin, how do you feel about John Cena retiring? Oh, I'm gonna cry. I know I'm gonna cry. Hope not quit Memphis Wrestling. Mike Anthony, hope he comes back soon. To be continued. I hope the genetic nightmare will return in the Grind City Rumble tomorrow. Oh, it's Rumble season. You never know who might come back. Mike Anthony's been taking bookings in Texas. Yeah, he loves working in Texas, Patrick. He was trained by Thuggin and Buggin. He was trained by Jazz and Rodney Mack. Bo, let's not forget Ray Sanders faked a neck injury. All right, let's talk about Ray Sanders. So Ray Sanders was pile driven on a stack of chairs and put out of commission on Thanksgiving weekend in front of his friends and family on his big moment to become Memphis Heritage champion. Match was thrown out, but now Ray Sanders is defying the odds and he's making his return before he's even cleared in an unsanctioned match on Christmas for the Memphis Heritage Championship. No rules, unsanctioned. This thing is going to be settled once and for all. And I have to ask you people, is Ray Sanders the hero that Memphis Wrestling needs? Can Ray Sanders beat Psycho Simon? Put it in the comments. You talk about the ultimate underdog. Ray Sanders was the very first trainee at the Memphis Wrestling WrestleCenter. Ray Sanders was a referee, security guard, and referee at the Memphis Wrestling WrestleCenter. Teddy Long helped turn Ray Sanders around, and he not only became one of the top wrestlers in Memphis Wrestling, but he also became a tag team champion and has the opportunity to win the Memphis Heritage Championship from Psycho Simon on Christmas in front of his friends and family. He lives here. He's from here. He went to school here. This is going to be incredible. When The Rock and Stone Cold come to Memphis, they're my favorite. I would love that. Wonder if Aaron's family was watching. I'm sure they were. Andrea, hey Dustin, hope King Cobra punishes Zay Washington. Me too. What's up, Chamaria? How are you? Austin says you're doing great, Dustin, and the whole team. I love the storylines. I guess better than WWE. I would love to book for WWE. Hope Ray Sanders is okay. Me too, Andrea. It looks like he's doing okay. He ripped off that neck brace today. Patrick says I like both Grind City Rumble and Red Carpet Rumble. Hopefully we get both next year. Why Tim Bosby attack? Hold on a second. Champion. I meant to say your stories are far better than WWE. Keep it up. Thank you. Main event Ben. How about DDT, Zaya and Raven taking care of business? That was awesome against mid-card money. Ray Sanders. Can he take down Psycho Simon? I am doing good. Ray should get some dirty tactics from Lawler to beat Simon. Fireballs, chains, whatever. I don't disagree. Get Zilla Fatu in Memphis. I have tried for years to get Zilla here in Memphis. All right, guys, I have just a couple more minutes. We're at 16. Let's go until 20. Do you guys have any other topics? Anything else you want to say about today's show? I thought it was absolutely loaded. I know tomorrow's card is absolutely loaded. Marco Stunt is going to be at the Wrestle Center for the Grind City Rumble. The Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson are going to be there. You're going to have an opportunity to win a raffle for the Raw Tag Team title, the red one, autographed by the Good Brothers. So if you get one raffle ticket, it's $10. Two raffle tickets is only $15, and it's incredible that some people buy one raffle ticket and they win the belt. So this will be an autographed WWE Raw Tag Team title, autographed by the Good Brothers. So that'll be the raffle tomorrow. And then also the hometown man will be there, and you got to pick you up a mask. So if you're hearing my voice, you got to get you a mask and a photo with the hometown man tomorrow. We got a couple of surprises too. I think you guys are gonna have fun. Get the tickets, memphiswrestling.tv. There are a couple of ringside seats. I think there were even a pair of red padded chairs, and that is never the case. So go check it out. Ray should get some dirty. Yep, I already read that one. Is Sue ever going to return to Memphis Wrestling because she just won a women's title in Canada? Shamaria on January the 18th, Super Bout 5. The Undead Bride Sue Young returns to Memphis Wrestling. Got ringside. I'll text you about it in a few. Okay, sounds good, Kevin. Thank you, brother. Just wanted to say that I've been watching you and your team for years. The company's grown so much success. I love it. Thank you, Austin. I really appreciate it. And it's because of folks like you. We really appreciate you guys watching. We've got a big 2026 coming up. We're going to kick off the new year with a bang, and then we're going to never look back. When's the next show? Uh, 40 tickets to have won the raffle. Eddie came in and said he bought 40 tickets to have won the raffle. That sounds like me, man. I've been wondering how you were able to succeed where the others territories have failed because we're a standalone company. And what's up, buddy? Here's Reach the Beast. You know what that means? What are you? You dressed up in your construction outfit? Where's Sister Girl?
I don't know. She's down up there.
When's the next show go be at? The next show is tomorrow. Check that out. Pretty awesome. It's the Beast. They said it's the Beast. It's Reese the Beast. Jerry Lawler may be back in Memphis Wrestling for now. He is. He's on the team. You'll see more of the King. He's on next week, and then you'll see a special interview, all sorts of stuff from the King. The King is on Team Memphis Wrestling. Bo says somebody needs to unearth hometown man's birth certificate. We deserve to know what hellhole he truly crawled out of. How do I get a ticket? Go to memphiswrestling.tv. Yep, this is my boy right here. He's gonna go to the wrestling center. He's gonna ride scooters. He's gonna ride the scooters that look as I wear the shirt. Matt Riddle. Thank you, Jason. All right, guys. Kevin Money, if you have questions about tickets, you can go to the website, memphiswrestling.tv. The Beast is the future Heritage Champion. Personally, I think the greatest rivalry I love between Mike Anthony and the Gun Show. It was classic. Me too. Me too. I wish the Gun Show could return just so we can rekindle that flame. and that's fire. Well, if Mike Anthony's around too. We'll probably hit up members only later on tonight, or maybe even from the Wrestle Center, and I'll show you guys a little bit behind the scenes. That's all the time we have. I am Dustin Starr, and this is Reese the Beast. If you missed episode 251, you need to check it out. If you're in the Memphis area, you need to get a ticket, and that's the bottom line. Because Stone Cold says, "Oh, you don't know that one. You know, smell what the.
The rock is cooking.
How do you know the Rock, but you don't know Stone Cold?
Well, if I do, I just do.
What about John Cena? You can't see me. All right, tell him bye. All right, guys, I am Dustin Starr. He is Reese the Beast. Say it. So long, everybody. Oh, yeah.